Imagine the night sky being cut by a distant, cold, and silent light. A moving dot that telescopes capture and classify as 3I Atlas, an interstellar comet. Scientists celebrate the discovery, analyze its trajectory, measure its composition, and confirm that it comes from another star system. But what if we're wrong? What if 3I Atlas isn't just a fragment of rock and ice, but an alien spacecraft disguised as a comet, crossing our solar system to observe us? Or worse, for something we don't yet understand. The theory is gaining traction among UFO researchers and conspiracy enthusiasts who claim the coincidence is too great. 3I Atlas would be the third confirmed interstellar visitor. In modern history, after Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019, both displayed strange behavior, especially Oumuamua, which showed no cometary tail, had an anomalous acceleration and an elongated shape, something that even scientists at Harvard University once speculated might be alien technology. Now with 3I Atlas, new anomalies arise. It began releasing gases much earlier than expected, has an unusual ratio of carbon dioxide, and follows a hyperbolic trajectory that puts it at a speed higher than what is typical for natural objects. Conspiracy theorists believe these patterns are no coincidence. They say 3I Atlas could be constellation collecting data about our solar system, or even Puyo scanning for intelligent life. The fact that it comes from another star suggests it may carry advanced, possibly autonomous technology, powered by energy sources beyond our understanding. Others claim it could be a von Neumann probe, a self-replicating machine sent by alien civilizations to explore entire galaxies, silently multiplying across the stars. If that's true, 3I Atlas wouldn't be alone. There could be millions of similar probes scattered through space, watching habitable systems like ours. But the question that echoes is, what should we do if this hypothesis is real? Humanity's first reaction, as always, would be fear. Governments would try to control the information, NASA and the ESA would call emergency meetings, while independent observatories scrambled to verify the data. The media would speculate endlessly, creating a wave of global hysteria. And it's likely that the world's major powers, the United States, China, and Russia, would begin tracking the object with their space defense systems, trying to detect any artificial signal, radio transmission, or unnatural movement. If 3I Atlas truly demonstrated technological activity, the dilemma would be both moral and strategic. Should we attempt to communicate or remain silent? Some scientists would argue that any attempt at contact could reveal our position in the universe, attracting danger. Others would believe that ignoring a possible visitor would be a historical mistake, a once-in-a-lifetime chance to prove we are not alone. It would be the most significant moment in human history, and also the most delicate. Now imagine that during its approach to the Sun, 3I Atlas slightly altered its course. Tiny changes, measured in millimeters, but impossible to explain by natural forces. Satellites would detect brightness variations at regular intervals, as if they were coded pulses. In that instant, the line between science and fiction would shatter. Observatories would issue alerts, and humanity would finally realize that this comet wasn't just a frozen rock, but a messenger of an unknown intelligence. The psychological impact would be devastating. Religions would be challenged, governments would hide information, and parts of the population would panic. Markets would crash, and the internet would become a minefield of theories and lies. Some would see the event as the beginning of contact, others as the sign of the end. If that ship truly had hostile intentions, there wouldn't be much we could do. Technologically speaking, a civilization capable of sending an interstellar probe would be thousands, perhaps millions, of years ahead of us. No missile, laser, or defense system could stop it. Our only weapon would be silence, to observe, learn, and try to understand. But some believe we shouldn't be afraid. That 3I Atlas, if it really is a spacecraft, may have come only to observe, just as we observe distant exoplanets. Perhaps they are curious, studying a young civilization that has learned to look at the sky and question the universe. In that case, humanity's greatest mistake would be to react with fear instead of curiosity. Meanwhile, 3I Atlas continues its journey, cutting across the solar system like a bright shadow. No communication has been detected, no deviation confirmed. Yet the doubt remains. What if it really is a ship? What if it's just observing, recording, deciding what to do next? Maybe one day when it vanishes into the cosmic horizon, we'll receive an answer. Or perhaps, as so many times before, we'll be left only with silence, and the haunting feeling that something out there is watching back. In the end, the question remains, What if 3I Atlas isn't a comet but an alien gaze upon us? The answer, perhaps, is still traveling through space, cold, distant, and waiting for the right moment to be revealed.